Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a jungle gym that is scaled for minifigures for today's Lego brick tutorial. Let's begin with an 8x8 plate. We're going to flip this over, take a modified 1x2 plate with stick. We're going to place this in the top center, and right below that a 1x2 plate right there. Along both sides, a set of 1x2 corner plates, and in the bottom center a set of 1x2 plates with stick. Place these right here, and a 1x6 plate right above those. Now, I want to go along both sides with a pair of 1x8 plates, and we're going to set down a set of 1x4 plates right in the center of those 1x8 plates. In these 1x1 openings, take a 1x1 by 1x2 upwards angular plate. We're going to take 4 of them. We're going to place these in these holes. Now at this point you're going to have to hold underneath because this is not going to be very sturdy. And let's lock all that together with a pair of 2x8 plates. I'm going to sandwich all that together. Make sure everything's mushed down pretty firm. For supports, take a 2x2 round brick. We're going to place a 6 stud long cross axle right inside, and then I'm going to place down 4 more 2x2 round bricks with cross hole. The cross axle is going to strengthen up these 2x2 round bricks. I want to make 4 of these. Take my assembly, and I want to place a column in each corner. Just remember to hold underneath. And we'll place 2 more right here. Everything's mushed down good. Now we can flip this back over and we can work on the top. Let's take a ladder lattice with 2 snaps. I'm going to place this right here. This is going to be the back side. I'm going to rotate this around. Now right in this area we're going to place a 1x4 brick. Then I'm going to place a 1x2 brick with cross hole. That's going to be used to attach our A-frame supports for our swings, and a set of 1x1 bricks. Just place those down there. Now when you're working with this, just be sure to hold underneath the bottom for a little bit more stability. Then I'm going to take some 1x2x2 window frames, place these on here. Now if you choose you can put glass in those, but I'm going to leave the glass out. For a tube slide, take one of these transparent pink pieces. We're going to place a 1x2 slope right on top. Then I want to place this on right here. Now I want to make sure this is hanging over by a set of studs. It's very critical. Next, let's take a 2x2 round brick with cross hole. I'm going to place a 4 stud long cross axle right inside. Now I want to stack on 3 more 2x2 round bricks. Now we're going to need to make 4 of these, and guess where these are going to go? You guessed it, right in the corners. So these will go right above the previous support pillars. Place these right here. Place one over here right by the slide, and one right here. This is already starting to look fun. Then for further stability, I'm going to place a set of 1x8 flat tiles right here. They're also going to aid in for the removable roof that we're going to be assembling in a moment or two, and some 1x6 flat tiles along these sides. Now I want to focus my attention here on the back. We need to add some safety rails. So take a modified 1x2 plate with stick, place that right there, and a 1x2 by 2/3 plate with bow, and then we're going to face off this stud here with a 1x1 flat tile. This is just going to clean everything up a bit. Set that there. Now we're going to need to do the same thing on this side. So we'll place another 1x2 modified plate with stick, a 1x2 by 2/3 plate with bow, and a 1x1 flat tile right there. Now, we're going to need to put one right here. This is going to be for our rock climbing wall. I'm going to take 4 1x1 plate with top holder. We're going to place these where the top holders are vertical. And inside those, I'm going to place some 4 stud long shafts inside those. So just place those in there. It looks best if we keep them in the middle. Yes, this thing's squeaky on the table. Now if you choose, you can always build this on a base plate. Now we're going to take some transparent blue 45-degree tubes. We're going to place these right inside of here. We're just going to put one right after the other. And this is going to form up our tube slide. Yes, even I want to go down this. Place those right there. Sometimes I need a little bit of persuasion. And then we're going to take one of these transparent pink straight tubes. We're going to place a couple of 1x2 by 2/3 slopes right on top. Then I'm going to place this right in here. This is just going to complete everything up, and you can wiggle and jiggle the tube to get it to go any way you want, but it should sit comfortably right there. Let's start with a 4x8 plate for the rock climbing wall. We're going to flip this over. I want to skip a row and place down a 2x4 plate. Then a set of modified 1x2 plates with 2 holders. Place these right here, and to lock everything together, a pair of inverted 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow. I want to flip the assembly back over. Now for some climbing artifacts, I'm going to start with a 1x1 by 2/3 slope. I'll place that right there. Then I'm going to take a 1x1 round plate with 3.2 shaft. Set that there. And I'm just going to place 4 of each. You can use any color you wish. I decided just to keep it a bit more colorful and random. So I'm just going to set these right here. Place this one up at the top. Now for added character, you could leave your slopes crooked. Now let's set our rock climbing wall right on these plates with stick. Just press that down. We'll swing that right out of the way. For the swing support, start with a 2x2 shoe glider plate. I'm going to place a set of 1x2 plates with friction stub right on as shown. I want these facing away from one another. Then a 1x2 Technic brick with cross hole and a 1x2 brick. We're going to place that there, and to lock all this together on the top and to finish it off, a set of 1x2 by 2/3 slopes. Next, take a 16 stud long cross axle. I'm going to place 2 bushings on the right hand side, and then we're going to place this right inside this cross hole. Make sure that the bushings are right up against everything, is snugly fastened inside the 1x2 brick. Then a number 1 cross axle extender. We're going to slip that right in here. And after that, we're going to place a bushing, well, a Technic half bushing. Then one of these 2 stud long tubes. Place that right in there. And then a bushing. Have to get the spacing just right between our swings. And another one of these number 1 cross axle extender. Then another 2 stud long tube. Number 1 cross axle extender. And we're going to slip in a bushing right here. And yeah, you can see there's a pattern. Sometimes these bushings can be a bit stubborn. And after that, we'll place another 2 stud long tube, another bushing, another number 1 cross axle extender, and 2 more bushings. Now, before we set all this up on the jungle gym, what I'm going to do is make sure that these are pretty loose, because you want these to be loose for a swing. So I'm just going to kind of move things around a bit. See how they're kind of flopping around. This one here is kind of stiff, so I'm going to just wiggle things around. And I could just censor all that out, but you know, I got to show you all the challenges of building some of this stuff. Okay, it looks like we are good to go here. Yeah, everything's pretty wiggly. Now for the right hand side A-frame support, we're going to start with a 1x2 modified plate with friction stub. I'm going to place a friction fork with cross hole right here and a 7 stud long cross axle and another friction fork with cross hole. Now I want to make sure that these are facing in the same direction. I want to make 2 of these, and then I'm going to attach these on here. Now I want to note the orientation of the plate on the bottom. This is supposed to face inside. Place this one right here. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of position these into place here. Usually 1 or 2 clicks will do it. Right about there. Then, if everything went well, we're going to attach a 1x10 plate right on the bottom. And then I want to fill in this area here with a 1x6 plate. And we're going to smooth this off with a 1x8 flat tile. And that's pretty much what that should look like. Now let's take our swing A-frame support. We're going to place the cross axle right in this brick. It should sit right in place. For the swing, start with a 2x2 modified plate with double bearing. I'm going to place a 2x2 plate with 2 studs right here. Then I'm going to take a holder with 3.2 hole and a 6 stud long shaft. I'm going to place the shaft inside the hole. I want to leave the flange portion on the top side. Now I want to make 2 of these. And I'm going to set the holders right on the bearing plates. We're going to need to make 2 of these. Now we're going to install our swings. So we're going to lift these up. We're going to shove the 3.2 sticks right inside the number 1 cross axle extender. Just be sure that your studs are on the back side of the swing. We're going to place this one in here as well. Now if you notice, I'm just barely tacking one side in, and then I'm going to put the other one all the way in. Makes it easier. Get everything straightened out. For the roof, start with a 6x6 plate. I'm going to place a set of 2x2 bricks as shown, then 4 3x4 25-degree slopes. I'm going to have these hang over by 1 stud. Place these like that. And then we're going to proceed on with a set of 2x4 45-degree slopes and 4 2x2 45-degree slopes. Now I want to crown off the top of the roof with several 1x2 by 2/3 slopes. Now if you have a 2x4 ridge tile, you can use those too. I have them, but they're a bit on the rare side, and Lakewood doesn't produce those anymore, so we're going to stick with more common parts with this to complete the roof. Now let's set our roof right on top of the tower. Finish off the jungle gym.